The newborn high, like I said, is like officially gone. I have to bag up this milk. Just surviving with a small baby.
Can we help us with these?
You guys want to put these on?
Yeah.
Feels weaker and just more tired, but like every day, it's like not like depressing, but every day is the same exact thing. Oh, yep, it's a piece of poop. Since it's close to Valentine's Day, I'm making these little cookies that I've made before, and even like if you have like toddlers and stuff, they're actually really healthy. It's basically just like baked oatmeal, but Sebastian is 2 years old and absolutely like will eat the whole tray of these cookies. But just because it's Valentine's Day, I'm gonna put like one M&M to like make it like look cute on top of all of them. Really something that I don't really talk about that much. Like bits and pieces. I'm sure you've seen, like, I'm actually really into like cooking and baking too. Like cooking like healthier alternatives of stuff. But I definitely want to just do some updates. I'm coming up on 3 months postpartum, and I feel like, I don't know, lately, like maybe like the newborn high is like gone, and all of like my extra like adrenaline and like reserves are just completely like depleted. Like I'm very, very tired, and I feel like I just haven't had like, obviously I haven't had a break, you know, with Adeline. She's still really, really tough, super colicky, refluxy. She still wakes up in the middle of the night, which is like obvious. I mean, like we get a stretch of sleep, but I feel like just like the broken sleep every single night for the past 3 months, I just, no matter what, like technically I got 8 hours of sleep, but I feel so drained. I feel so tired, and I feel like, I notice this also like when I'm breastfeeding and pumping and stuff, like my body just naturally feels weaker and just more tired, because I think that just pulls so much energy from my body every single day.
Are those kiwis big, Mommy, or little?
They're actually decent sized kiwis.
Kiwis are big and little, those are the same size?
Yeah. Cookie.
I'll fix it for you.
Thank you, Mila.
No. M&M's? Can I see those?
Yeah.
Can we help us with these?
Do you guys want to put these on?
Yeah. Yeah, Mommy.
Alright, come here.
Oh, we have to eat them?
Okay, you just want to put one on each cookie, okay? Just like this.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, it's almost time to put Adeline down for a nap. Adeline's finally starting to smile a lot. I mean, she frowns a lot because of her reflux, unfortunately. But I can just tell there's like, you know, she's changing every single day and getting bigger. Once they come out of the oven, you can have one.
No, you're not talking about cookies. Oh, kiwi. Can you have a kiwi?
Yes. These are, the other ones are really like soft. Okay, Mommy has to get your sister. She's crying. You don't want the cookie? Okay, I'll do the kiwi. eyes are really, or her eyebrows are really red, obviously because she was crying too, but when I took a sleeping course like 2 years ago for Sebastian from the Taking Care of Babies course or whatever, she said a sleepy cue is actually when their eyebrows turn red. Again, she was crying, but like I've seen that before, so something that I feel like is really important for like establishing like a good nap and like gearing towards getting a full night of rest with the baby, or the baby's sleeping through the night. Really, a lot of it also depends on your own baby. Like some babies don't really sleep through the night till 1 year old, but at least for me, my babies sleep through the night. I feel like around like 5-6 months, and like here they're like starting, I feel like around this age, like they might sleep fully through the night. You know, again, take it day by day. But what I'm trying to say is I feel like a big thing is establishing a really good routine and establishing a really good like nap. And I just want to say, see how I put her down, and you know, obviously she always cries, and also like if you think your baby hates the swaddle, most of the time they actually do like the swaddle, and they do actually, it's normal for them to start screaming like that. But like in the sleep course that she said, and it's not like, I wish like I can explain, it's kind of hard for me to like remember everything, every detail, but from like what the lady was saying, basically like something really important is you want to put them down, like that's what I was like talking about, like the sleepy cues. You want to put them down not when they're sleeping, but when they're drowsy or like ready to go down for a nap. Like I know she's ready to go down for a nap. I don't know if you've noticed, but she already stopped crying. She's settling down, calming down, and then she actually will put herself to sleep, like with the pacifier and stuff. But that actually will help encourage sleeping through the night eventually, because with their sleep cycle, they will wake up during the night, and that's when like there's frequent wakings and crying and stuff. But if they learn to kind of self-soothe like that, they'll fall back asleep. Because even like us as adults, like you wake up not multiple times a night, but the same thing, like you do wake up in a sleep pattern. But see how she's calm right now. Obviously she's just listening to my voice. But once I step out, she'll probably be asleep. Or, you know, sometimes I do have to come back and put the pacifier, but 90% of the time now, she just falls right asleep. I really want to like, you know, stand there hovering over them because that's keeping her awake. But I'm gonna step out, and I usually check her through the baby monitor too. Sebastian ate all the skin. Good job, buddy.
And I ate all the green tea.
This lighting is so bright in my kitchen. It actually keeps doling out my camera, so sorry if that keeps happening. But I just also keep talking about like sleep, because I feel like that's like one of the #1 things. It's like sleep and how is the baby feeding, which I feel like it's been like the past week has been tough with nursing Adeline. I wish I could like explain what she was doing, but she basically would, as soon as I'd put her up to my boob, start like bloody murder screaming. The other day I was only able to nurse her 1 time, and I had to like pump it out and give it 3 bottles, and it was like really heartbreaking because I thought the nursing was ending, and you know, this whole time it's been really, really good. But I noticed, you know, a little bit into yesterday and today, she's getting like back to normal. And I read it could have either been a nursing strike, is like what they call it, or like a week and a half ago, Gino brought the kids to the dentist, and obviously they came back sick. And it was just like a small head cold that lasted like 2 days, like running noses and stuff. But I think Adeline is still a little bit congested. So they said apparently when you put them on the boob, it's hard for them to breathe. But I didn't hear her having trouble breathing nursing. I don't know, it was really, really stressful though. I have to bag up this milk. Again, I usually get so much milk throughout the middle of the night, and then like the first morning pump. This is after I nursed her. So I'm just gonna make 2 4-ounce bags. And I like, you know, explain, I don't wanna like confuse you guys. I recently started freezing like here or there because I got some anxiety and felt like, what if I don't have a freezer stash and something happens type of deal. I don't know. And I just want to say, like, it's been like a minute since I walked over here, I haven't heard Adeline, so I'm guessing she's sleeping. I'm gonna check my phone in a second and check the baby monitor. Cookies are done. I'm so happy. We're almost into February. I hate the months January and February because I absolutely hate the winter. I hate the cold. You want a peanut butter and jelly, Mila?
Maybe I'll have some peanut butter.
Yes. We have to wait for the, hold on buddy. Top. Okay, so Adeline's asleep. Settled Mila and Sebastian because they're hungry right now for their mid-breakfast, mid-lunch, in-between type thing. And then just get some other stuff done while she's sleeping right now. Guys, I think that might be a piece of poop. I'm hoping it's not. Oh, yep, it's a piece of poop. Funny story. Number one, toddler life and potty training. I look like I got struck by lightning with this freaking hair. That's just these short pieces of hair from pregnancy growing out, and I'm just waiting for it to fall out. But anyway, that is a piece of poop, and I know it's a piece of poop because the other day Gino, you know, said he found Sebastian, like, you know, he's still learning, but he was trying to clean up his poop off the rug, and I know the rug, he just like, Gino just put like the rug in there, and I just did that little laundry, and that piece of poop just cleaned with all that other clothing. Oh my god. It just made me realize I have to like rewash everything because I just put it all in the dryer. That's potty training. I was like, what is that? I thought it was a rock at first. Nope. A piece of poop. So I'm sure you guys can like hear after feedings and stuff, she still is really refluxy, unfortunately. Still really spitty, and you can like tell like when she doesn't burp, she like cries out a lot. She was just like screaming really bad and then just burped, and now she's okay. What is the secret to get your baby to burp? Like a baby that has troubles with burping. Like, I don't know if the reflux in her like esophagus has something to do with why like she has troubles with like getting the burps out, but it definitely contributes a lot to like her colic and everything. But when she burps, she's normally good. And it's like, yeah, like how don't you know how to burp a baby? Like, I'm telling you, it just doesn't want to come out most of the times. And unfortunately, sometimes I'm just like, I give up, and she'll just spit up instead of like burp. But yeah, clearly I just fed her. But I just wanted to kind of briefly talk about what I was talking about this morning. I'm just about 12 weeks postpartum, so we're almost 3 months postpartum. That's why I like saying like, oh, I'm 12 weeks postpartum, 13 weeks, whatever, instead of just saying, oh, I'm 2 months, 3 months, whatever, because technically I'm 2 months, but I'm like 10-ish days away from being 3 months postpartum. But I feel like recently, I don't know if it's like the 3-month slump. I can't remember if I felt this way with Sebastian and Mila, but I feel like the newborn high, like I said, is like officially gone, and like reality kind of like hit essentially. Like I'm really struggling with loads of like fatigue, and I think obviously the broken sleep doesn't help. Like she sleeps stretches at night, but I'm getting woken up multiple times a night. I'm currently only feeding her the one time, which is usually around like between 1:30 and 3:30. That's like also when I pump, and I just give it through a bottle. I don't bother doing it through my boobs just because she, you know, would never be able to handle that amount of milk that I usually pump out. Around that time, I'm not even kidding, I make like between like 13 to 15 ounces. So there's no way she'd be able to empty me. So I don't even like attempt it. That's why. And also like the more, you know, I want her to have like a lot of volume so she just like goes right back to sleep. Getting woken up multiple times throughout the night, like even, you know, the one times for the feeding and then just like constantly having to like soothe to like put her back to sleep. And we haven't like needed to co-sleep in like, I want to say, what was it? Maybe 5-6 weeks she's been in the bassinet, thankfully, right next to me, but I just have to like put her pacifier back in, you know. Even though I'm getting technically over 8 weeks, I'm getting, I was about to say 8 weeks, 8 hours of sleep. She's spitting up a lot. I guess just because it's so broken up that my body feels it the next day. Like I feel really weak. I'm like just tired. And again, I know pumping and breastfeeding, because I do both technically, and I'm just not going to explain why I also pump, but I have to pump also. I think it's just really draining on my body and just pulls a lot of energy, obviously, but I just feel, you know, I don't know, like a slump. Like every single day is the same exact day. I do the same things every single day, and it doesn't help that it's winter time. I feel like I never want to have a winter baby ever again, because I feel like going outside really, really does help. But I don't know. I mean, I know it's all just a season, but I feel like, I don't want to say like I'm like, it's like boredom. I can't explain like how I'm feeling, but like every day, it's like not like depressing, but every day is the same exact thing. I could tell you what we're gonna do tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm like depressed or anything. But speaking of that too, my video I posted before this video, about like my intense hormonal crash, that was when I was 11 days, well technically the first video when I was like really teary and like couldn't keep myself together, that was 8 days postpartum. And then when I was like talking about how I felt with her, that was 11 days postpartum. So that was almost 3 months ago. And I think some people like thought that was like happening now, but like obviously I haven't felt like that in a long time. But yeah, I don't know what other updates I can really give you. I don't even know if my vlogs are like boring or not, but again, like I'm doing the same thing every day. I'm kind of like, I feel like restricted to staying, you know, close to the house with like the feedings, the making sure she naps. And it's just also like the height of cold and flu season, which technically when Gino brought Mila and Sebastian to the dentist, they came home with a cold, and then it was just a mess, you know, dealing with like a sickness. But she's getting a little bit fussy, and I actually have to start dinner soon. I'm just gonna actually probably put her in the swing, and then she'll go down for her last nap. This nap she always struggles with. It's like the smallest window of sleep. I don't know why, but maybe I'll show you guys our nighttime routine and like the feeding routines. I don't know, that's all I do is just, you know, when it's early like this, that's all I do is just talk about sleep and feeding and whatever else, and just surviving with a small baby. But I'll see you guys in the next video.